Hello everyone. Once again, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you a lesson plan based on the topic decimal fractions. So, without any further delay, let me get started. To begin with, I must say that a lesson plan must have three segments, that is introduction, procedure and closure. The introduction should not exceed 5 minutes. Here how the class begins. The teacher draws a wheel with 10 spokes on the board, as you can see on the screen. Then the teacher shades 6 parts of the wheel. The teacher asks a few questions and then elicits the responses from the learners. Question number 1. What fraction does the shaded part represent? Expected response of the students would be 6 upon 10. Here numerator is equal to 6 and denominator is equal to 10. Question number 2 that teacher asks would be, what fraction does the unshaded part represent? Expected response would be 4 upon 10. Okay. Now after this the teacher says to the class, these fractions can be expressed as decimal numbers. Today we shall learn about decimal numbers including tens and hundreds through various activities and examples. Okay, so this is how the teacher introduces the topic of decimal fractions to the students. Remember, an introduction should have questions or activities which could ignite the students and should gear them up for the lesson to follow. It is very important to recall the concept that has already been learnt in the previous class in the introduction, so that children become ready to learn about the knowledge that the teacher will impart in the procedure. Okay, so here comes the procedure, which should not be more than 30 minutes. Now, here the teacher begins with an activity. The teacher conducts the activity to introduce decimal numbers. Teacher organizes the class into pairs and then distributes an orange, a fruit orange, to each pair. Now, the teacher gives the below instructions to the pairs. She says like, cut the orange into 10 equal parts. Then name each part that you have cut. For example, if a child may answer that each part as a tenth or 1 upon 10. Then teacher asks them to hold 4 pieces of orange in your left hand and then say what fraction of the orange has been taken away. Okay. So if 4 pieces are taken away, then expected response would be what fraction of the orange has been taken away? 4 upon 10. Now teacher would say write 4 upon 10 in words. So expected response would be 4 tenths. Okay. Now then the teacher explains that 4 upon 10 can be written in another way also. That is 4 tenths or 0.4. Yes, 0.4. The teacher explains the following features of the notation. She says that this is called the decimal number. The dot in between the 0 and 4 is called the decimal point, and we use it to separate the ones from the tens. We always write in the 0 before the decimal point because it reminds us that the whole number is less than 1. We say this number as, or we read this number as 0.4. Okay, very important features of this notation. Then teacher explains with one more example, that is 6 upon 10 can be expressed as 0.6. Then the teacher asks one member of the pairs to give away few pieces of the orange to her or his partner, and then together they should write the fraction and its decimal fraction in the notebooks. For example, if 7 by 10 of the orange has been given away to the partner, then 7 by 10 can be written as 0.7. Okay, and in words also ZERO0POINT 7. So this is how the students will understand about the decimal fraction through activity and would learn to read and write them. Then teacher conducts another activity. Teacher demonstrates how to get a hundredth and instructs the students to perform the activity in pair. Teacher explains to the students about the activity stepwise and elicits responses from them. Teacher distributes a grid paper with 10 into 10 squares to each pair. Okay. Now the teacher is requested to make the grid on a chart paper and keep the paper ready before the class begins. Teacher asks the learners the following questions. How many small squares are there altogether, children? Expected response of the children would be 10 rows and 10 columns are there. So the total number of squares would be 10 into 10, which is equal to 100 squares. Then the teacher gives them the following instructions. Number 1, shade 4 of the small squares. Okay, so the children would shade 4 of the small squares, as you can see. Then teacher would ask, what fraction have you shaded? The expected response would be 4 upon 100. Then teacher would ask them, write this fraction in words. Expected response would be 4 hundredths. Then teacher would ask some of the students to present their work to the class. So 4 upon 100 can be written as 0.04. Okay, then the teacher explains that 4 upon 100 is equal to 4 hundredths, which is equal to 0.04, and the decimal fraction is read as 0.04, that is in words. Then teacher asks the students to express 5 upon 100. The expected response would be 0.05. Then teacher asks them to represent 10 upon 100 in the given figure. The expected response would be 0.10. Then again, teacher asks the students to express 12 upon 100. The expected response would be 0.12. Then the teacher explains that 12.24 can be read as given on the screen, as you can see. Then teacher projects few pictures, okay, as you can see on the screen, and then she reads out the question. Example 1. From the diagram shown below, write the fraction and decimal fraction. Now can you see there is a picture. There are altogether 10 boxes in this rectangular box. Okay, the rectangular box is subdivided into 10 small boxes, out of which the first two boxes are shaded. Now teacher asks the questions. Write the fraction that has been shaded. So answer would be 2 upon 10, that is 2 tenths is equal to 0.2. Example 2, can you see there are altogether 100 shaded parts. Teacher asks the students to write the decimal fraction for the shaded part and for the unshaded part. So the students count the number of shaded squares. The answer would be 13 upon 100 for the shaded part, that is 0.13, and for the unshaded part 87 by 100, that is 0.87. Then teacher proceeds with example number 3. She asks the students to read and write the following decimal fractions in words. A, 436.2. Solution would be 436.2 is read as 436.2. It is written as 436 and 2 tenths. Then B, 0.75 is read as 0.75. It is written as 75 hundredths. Okay. Then she discusses example number 4. She writes the following decimal fraction in figures. Okay, she asks the students to write the following decimal fraction in figures. That is, as you can see on the screen, 4,002 hundredths. And the solution would be 4000.02. Okay, so after this thorough practice of examples on the board along with the students, the teacher gives them few questions to solve them in the notebooks, and after the students have finished solving the questions, teacher would discuss the answers and clarifies the doubts of the students if any. Now the questions which would be given to as a classwork, here are they. Remember that while the students are solving the questions, the teacher must move around the class and help those who need her help. Okay. And after the classwork sheet is over, the teacher then moves to the closure. Remember that closure should not be more than 5 or 7 minutes. For the closure, always remember that teacher should conduct an activity or should ask such questions which would make her understand that how much the lesson has been understood by children. Okay, so here also the teacher projects a question on the screen. The question is something like this. In the year 1993, United Nations established UNAMIR with an aim to maintain peace within the country. However, due to limitations of its rules of engagement, the mission was a huge failure. However, since the year 2000, a country has become a model for economic and gender development with the growth of 72 upon 1000 in 2018.6. Okay, so the teacher asked the following question. To express the growth rate of the country in the year 2018 in the form of decimal fraction. Okay. Question number 2. Why do you think, students, it is so essential to have peace within the society? The expected response would be, when peace prevails, there is growth in all sectors of the economy. People work without fear and suspicion. Peace in a society is the most important aspect. Okay. So teacher accepts all relevant answers and corrects the wrong ones. Now, my dear viewers, after this lesson plan is executed, what could be the learning outcomes achieved? It is very important to analyze or to expect what should the learning outcomes would be after the lesson plan is implemented. Number 1, the learner represents the decimal numbers 1/10 and 1/100th using a diagram. So after executing this lesson plan in the classroom, the student will be able to represent the decimal numbers 1/10 and 1/100th using any diagram. Number 2, the student identifies decimal numbers 1/10 and 1/100th from the given diagram. Any diagram that represents 1/10 or 1/100th, student will be able to identify that. Number 3, the student reads the decimal numbers. The student will be able to read the decimal numbers. And number 4, the student writes decimal numbers for the fraction with denominator 10 or 100. The student is also able to write the decimal fractions which has denominator 10 or 100. So make sure these objectives are achieved when this lesson plan has been executed in the classroom. So this is it, students. This is the first lesson plan of decimal fraction. The next videos will have forthcoming subtopics related to this main chapter. Hope you have liked this lesson plan. If yes, then please give a thumbs up. Comment in the section below which lesson plan you want to see so that I can make and upload it. And if you have liked this, then please share it and subscribe to my channel. Till then, bye bye.